So today is March 13, 2014. The weather today is a high of 45 degrees and a low of 32 degrees. The weather highs on March 13th in history are a high of 67 degrees 2 years ago and a low of negative 9 degrees in 1895. The average high is 40 degrees and a low of 23 degrees on March 13th in history.
All right, news and science. Volcanoes could have helped species survive in the ice ages. A robot in Germany took on the world's top ping pong player. The plant that made the robot expects to make 3,000 robots in the next year.
The word of the day is grimace. Grimace means an ugly, twisted expression on a person's face, typically expressing disgust. The quote of the day: I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed. Michael Jordan.
All right, the survey of the day. We surveyed the class, and 10 out of 18 people said they would prefer Dr. Pepper or 7-Up over Pepsi or Coke.
News in the NFL. Cornerback Darrelle Revis signed a one-year, $12 million contract with the New England Patriots. He was released yesterday by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay cut him to clear up $16 million he would have accounted for.
Dang.
The New York Jets signed ex-Denver Broncos wide receiver Eric Decker to a 5-year, $36.25 million deal. The Denver Broncos agreed to terms with recently released Dallas Cowboys defensive end DeMarcus Ware to a 3-year, $30 million deal with $20 million guaranteed.
All right. Kobe Bryant has ruled out the rest of the season due to a knee injury. Kings extended the 76ers' loss to an 18-game losing streak, defeating them 115-98. Despite Henry Sims' contributions with a double-double, 20 points, 10 assists, and 2 blocks. Spurs cruise past the Trailblazers 103-90. The San Antonio Spurs are on an 8-game winning streak. Patty Mills came off the bench and led the Spurs in scoring with 15 points in 17 minutes. Blake Griffin had 30 points and 15 rebounds as the Los Angeles Clippers defeated the Golden State Warriors 111-98. The Clippers are on a 9-game winning streak.
In college basketball news, the ACC, Big Ten, SEC, and Big 12 and Big East tournaments that started last night. Doug McDermott was named Big East Player of the Year. He's currently 7th in all-time scoring in the NCAA. Auburn has fired Coach Tony Barbee after a quick exit in the SEC tournament, losing 74-56 to South Carolina.
Did you know 80% of the Earth's forests have been destroyed? 40% of pizza deliveries will arrive quicker than an ambulance. There are hundreds of islands for sale around the world. Some go for as little as $30,000. In Russia, it's now illegal to tell kids that homosexual people exist.
The games to watch today around sports. In the NBA, you have the Houston Rockets against the Chicago Bulls on TNT at 7 p.m. Eastern. Milwaukee at Atlanta at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And you have the Los Angeles Lakers at the Oklahoma City Thunder at 9:30 p.m. Eastern on TNT. In college basketball, number 19, Memphis plays number 21, Connecticut on ESPNU, 9 p.m. Eastern. Seton Hall hopes to upset number 3, Villanova. Today, the most hyped game tonight is Oklahoma State plays number 10, Kansas. Top 10 prospect entering the NBA next year, Mark Smart hopes to upset Kansas after missing the last matchup as he was suspended for an altercation with a fan.
All right, fan questions. Nicole Muzette wants to know some things about professional pitcher Phil Hughes. Well, Phil Hughes is 27 years old and is currently playing for the Minnesota Twins. He signed a 3-year, $34 million deal in November with the Twins. Phil and his wife filed for a divorce in December of 2009.
And Johnny O. Axelson wants to know the Minnesota Vikings free agency grade. Personally, we thought that with the departure of Kevin Williams, they left a hole in the middle. Vikings signed 6'4", 323-pound defensive tackle in Linval Joseph. That helped the run stop and it boosted the defensive line. Cornerback is also a main concern for the Vikings. The re-signing of Matt Castle gave us enough information that the Vikings won't be signing a free agent quarterback. We re-signed defensive end Everson Griffin to a high-paying contract. Personally, me and Chuckie talked it over. We'd give the Vikings a free agent grade of B-. Cornerback and quarterback is still a huge need. Cornerback is the team's biggest need, especially when you play against Brandon Marshall, Alshon Jeffrey, Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, and the NFL's best wide receiver in Calvin Johnson in Detroit. We also rank 31st out of 32 teams in NFL pass defense.
They suck. Brandon Coker wants to know, in the 2016 Olympics, who should be on the U.S. men's basketball team, and what should the starting lineup be? Me and Jacob came up with the lineup for the 2016 men's U.S. team. Starting lineup will be Derrick Rose, Jabari Parker, LeBron James, Blake Griffin, and Dwight Howard. And then on the bench will be Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, Tyus Jones, and Julius Randle.
Should there be a soccer team in Minnesota?
I don't know, because I don't really watch soccer like that, but I play FIFA though.
FIFA.
I mean, I don't use American teams anyway. I didn't even, until like 2 years ago, I didn't even know they had teams for states, Major League Soccer.
I mean, there's only like about 12 or something.
But Minnesota don't deserve one because all their teams already suck. And then why add in another bad team just to make the state look worse? I mean,
it for sure is foreign is soccer. I mean, U.S. isn't really heard of besides like you got like LA Galaxy's main team. But personally, I don't think Minnesota's fan base is strong enough to have a soccer team. Like
right.
They're making
it's
one.
Too cold for all that.
Yeah, I mean, they're crying about the Vikings having a big enough stadium.
Right.
In soccer, you're having heated everything, floors, field, seats, or whatever, and that's just too much. And U.S. government or men's government ain't gonna approve.